Good evening. Hi. Hello. Oh, I literally just went over to my other window, restarted the server, and it was working just fine. Why'd you stop? Why'd you stop? I had it working. 2 seconds before I turned on my audio, I got her working. What the hell, man? Somehow I turned off my Wi-Fi. Try again. Oh man, y'all. I do not have the I do not have the energy to be dealing with this today. Okay, alright, now you're working fine. Great, thanks for lying to me. Okay, hi. Ooh, it's a little laggy, but I'm here. Late night stream. I'm really low energy, but I gotta stay awake so I don't fall asleep at work tomorrow as per usual, so I'm just gonna power through the stream just cause it's something to do that keeps me more awake than sitting on my Switch alone and dozing off. I've been playing a lot of Tomodachi. I added a bunch of characters to the island, so I think I'm going to stream it one more time just to introduce all my characters and fuck around a little bit, and I don't know if it's going to be a continuous series because I have a lot of indie games I want to get to, and Pokemon is sort of gonna be my Sunday thing for a while, I fear. So I want to make sure Thursdays are a game is a time that I can play some more like some shorter games, some shorter, more interesting, not more interesting, just like more I don't know, diverse games, I guess. Yeah, so this is gonna be, I imagine this is gonna be a chill one tonight. There's usually not too many people around to come to stream at this hour, so I'm just gonna vibe through it. I had a rough day just because I had to have a hard conversation with my roommates that we had scheduled in. We had penciled this in, which means I have just been anxious about it for a few days, which sucks. So that's where I'm at today, because I woke up at 8 a.m., had like stress dreams about it, actually woke up, panicked more. You know when you're like, okay, this is a thing that's going to be tough. Hi, bug. And you're like, okay, I've got to calm down enough so I can get this thing over with, because it's not going to be horrible, it's just going to be something that's hard. But then once you're like already that anxious, now you can't calm down either. I was having that kind of a morning where I was like, I know I just have to go downstairs and sit down and have this conversation, and I can do it at any time, but I would rather not be like crying before I come downstairs. But once you tell yourself, okay, you've got to stop like freaking out, it's impossible to stop. So I just got worse, and eventually had to like go downstairs just to get food and stuff, and then that like unstuck me. But oh my god, I'm not good at handling, I don't know, challenging conversations about boundaries. Now, where we left off in this game is, I don't remember. I'm doing okay right now. The conversation went well. It was just hard. It's all right. I've fairly newly moved into a house with new roommates, with like my best friends, and it's been harder than anticipated. It's been fairly miserable because our communication styles, now that we live together, we've all realized are very different, and we need to be very clear. And so it was a lot of just like, hey, we need to figure out how to do this without it being impossible. So that I can keep living here. I was like, God, I can't move again so soon. It's moving, looking for an apartment are the worst things ever in the world. Hi, Shape Fluid. So yeah, it's just a lot of like, I have to figure out how to live with people. That I'm spending more time with than my last roommate, who just like, we lived in the same house and didn't speak to each other. So it was awesome. Turns out when you like live with people and hang out with them a lot of the time, it's a very different vibe. So it's just been challenging. It's been challenging, and there have been a lot of ups and downs, and I'm recalling from last time we streamed this that I literally don't fucking know where we're supposed to be going. We're trying to get... I need to get my map. Where's my map? Thank you for the hydrate. Town map. Yeah, sometimes it's harder when you are moving in with friends, or you are moving in with a partner. It just makes it that much harder, to be like, oh, okay, and now I have to relearn how to be people in this completely different context. Taking a sip now. Taking a stretch now. Ugh. But in slightly better news, I finished the sketch phase of my second to last commission that I'm working on. I had to take like a week off because I was sick last week and didn't get it done, but turns out the person I'm drawing for doesn't have the money right now to pay me anyway, so now that we're out of the sketch phase, I have to wait before finishing the commission anyway, so I'm like, alright, that's fine. Now I can work on my 5th commission, and then once all that's done, I can maybe actually start working on my 2.0 model, which I feel like the longer that passes between the VTuber model I made for one of my commissions that I have not shown off yet, and when I'm free to work on my own stuff again is getting a little distant. I feel like the more that time passes, the less that motivation sticks. So I'm itching to get done with these commissions so I can actually chase this feeling while I have it, because otherwise it'll take forever. Okay. So I'm trying to get here. I'm trying to get over here. To get there, I need to go through the rock tunnel. So to figure out where the rock tunnel entrance is, can I just go... I can't fly, can I? I think I said I was gonna go through Mount Moon again anyway, because we didn't fully explore it. So I guess I'm gonna do that now. And then do this path, and then pop out. I hope I have enough potions to do all that. I do definitely have some... This might be like fool's errandry, but that's okay. I think it just took too long for me to do all the sketch phases, so we did agree on a price up front, and for the extra work I'm doing, because I'm adding extra outfits and a little bit of an extra pose. And they were like cool with that, but then also have been fairly unresponsive to my questions, so it's just taken a lot longer to get from there to the point in which I have to ask for payment. So I think it was just like they had the money when they commissioned me originally and agreed on those prices, and I'm so laggy today. What on earth is wrong with her? My internet connection must be weird on my phone. Yeah, so yeah. When you're living paycheck to paycheck, you don't always have that money right away. So, I'm happy to wait. I just want to, yeah, rob more banks and it would be fine. Get on that. All right, I'm gonna go this way this time. Okay, there's literally just a Pokeball here. Great. Bye, do crime, for sure. I swear to God there was another way down. This is the way down. Like to use another, please. I feel like it was not very many games from this game where they were like, oh yeah, it'll auto do it. Here we go. Now I can battle some losers. I'm up to no good. That would be nice. Repel the people. The shit internet connection problems. Oh yeah. I would love to get an Ethernet cable run up to this fucking office. It would make my life so much easier. But I don't know if that's something I'd have to talk to my landlord about, or an internet provider, or like a carpenter. I don't know. I don't know whose jurisdiction that falls under, basically. Alright, did we determine that dark type is all special attacks? Somebody last stream was like, oh, okay, the special versus physical attacks are divided by type, move type, which is bizarre. But I have already forgotten what's what. I think we decided that dark was special, which means it's no good for Raoul. The problem with Raoul is a water type, and all of the water type attacks are special. And Raoul is a physical attacker. So we are maybe just fucked. Internet provider? I'd love to not talk to the landlord. He's kind of a... yeah, I don't know. I feel like internet provider are usually the ones, but I don't handle the internet. One of my roommates does. And, I don't know. The most they do is usually just send us... There's just a star piece down here? Really? All that for that? I thought there was so much more to this cave. Whatever, we'll be thorough. We'll be thorough. I feel like I skipped over a lot of it. Was there any other path down here? I don't want to be fighting Zubats. Thank you. We already went down here. I'm just making sure there's no... more ways out. I would like to continue using these ways. Okay, let's see if I've been in here before. Nope, okay. To be fair, if I was walking more efficiently, it wouldn't be running out so fast. It's done by squares. So each step is like, I don't know how many steps it takes. It's only 100 steps, thank you, Snake. So because I'm running and also not running in an efficient path, it's running out very fast. Raoul can keep doing it, I guess. I assume I have you up front for a reason, Raoul. Probably because you need to be leveled. Why don't you blast this snake? Yeah, we are getting basically no experience for these battles, but that's okay. Just another TM. I'm sure there's other stuff down here, though. Great, an ether. I knew that rock looks suspicious. Yep, okay. That is all there is to Mount Moon. I thought there were some other paths. I was wrong. Let's get the heck out. True. Is this the correct path? Where am I going? melody of the song is getting a little different. Okay, well, we're not sticking around long enough to hear more of it. Let's explore this area for real. Oh. Mega kick, okay. What do you have for me? I mean, they're the same move, right? I think I'd rather have a kick. Who's gonna learn this? Can my turtle learn this? Yes. Yes. Okay, you can learn it. That's not helpful. You can learn it. That is helpful for you. Raoul might be the most helpful to have this, though, honestly. Let's look. Tackle, bite, water. Oh, it's a physical. Yep, fuck it, yeah. We'll get rid of tackle. Are you gonna let me take one too, actually? Because I could teach you to my monkey. Oh, sorry, it's so low energy today. Oh, this is tricky. This is tricky because I do want the fighting type moves. You are a fighting type. A low kick is like only circumstantially helpful. And I don't have more dig and rock tomb are what I have. Because you can only use those once. I guess I'm not teaching you this unless I'm getting rid of low kick. Is it worth it to get rid of low kick for Mega Punch? 80-85, so it's weaker than that other move, but it has higher accuracy. Brick Break's already 75 and it has 100% accuracy. I don't need Mega Punch. It looks like I should have taught Mega Punch to Raoul. God. No. Yes. Any game where you can't just press the B button repeatedly and get out of a conversation is... You're trapping me. You've trapped me here. Okay, this area is tricky because there's a lot of these ledges. I have to make sure not to trap myself outside of them before it's time. Yeah, well, I can't go up there at all. Maybe I can't do any of this area? Let's run around the grass and see if they got interesting Pokemon here at least, I guess. It's a shrew. I have like a recollection that there is a rare Pokemon spawn in this area, but I think this is the patch of grass I can literally access from the town. I think this whole area that I thought I missed, there is not actually anything to. And probably you can only get to it with cut. So there must be another sort of long area where you can get a Vulpix or a Growlithe, depending on your game, that I'm imagining. But it's not this one. Okay, yeah, there's no way for me to get up there unless I can surf, it looks like, maybe? Oh, unless I go through a cave? The hell? Okay. Excuse me. I think I have to go through here. And it's this way? And I use cut. This is literally this little stupid path. I took the stupid bike path all the way, and I literally just had to be here. But this is the point of no return. Once I hop this ledge, we're going to Lavender Town, or wherever. Don't sleep me. Fight is not doing great against you. Don't sweet me either. How could you? You're nothing but weed to me. I drew a Rattata for my rat character today in Tomodachi Life. I would like to, if there is anything that you remember that I streamed that had a very, like, I don't know, I want to add things to my Tomodachi Island that are stream related. So if there's like a food or an animal or any sort of a, right now I only have foods and treasures unlocked. So like food, creature, album, object are all things that I can draw currently. If you can think of any of those that are relevant to games that I've played and want to request them, hit me up. I've made Soparil Beta from the 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors game as a beverage. And I keep on inflicting my villagers with it, and they don't, the islanders do not like it. They are not a fan, generally. I also have given most of my island, let's try Mega Kick Out. Okay. I made my favorite water parks album, and it looks really good. I tried really hard to draw it, and it took me like an hour. And none of my villagers like it more than like a little bit. And most of them have a copy at this point. But today I did spend another hour, because one of my islanders was like, hey, I want to listen to music. And I was like, you got it. Fuck, I don't have anything to give you. So I ended up spending another hour making a Tegan and Sarah album for her. So I made a very good album cover, very intricate, of Tegan and Sarah's The Con. See, the problem is I don't pay attention until it says, will you change Pokemon? And then I'm like, I don't even know what you have. No. Another grass type, isn't it? You fuck. I'm gonna use the rest of these because I think it's fun. Yes! Slam that weed into the ground. Wipe life 1. Restart with life 2. No. You know what, Raoul? You stay in. You've earned this. Fuck this kid. This sucks. This kid has the same 2 grass types. And I hate her. I've decided that I hate her. Do I have an object? Antidote. Whoa, whoa, too close, too close. Let's calm down, Raoul. Really got in my face about it. Alright, well now that I've used up all of that, let's go... Ooh! Nope, not the button I want to press. Where is it? Give me it. Wait. 60... Fast, can't be evaded. Okay. I feel like it's less strong than in other games, it looks like. Although Aerial Ace in other games is 100% hit ratio and critical hit ratio up. I don't know if that's the case here. It doesn't look like it is. Okay. Secret Power. Sand Attack. Gust. Quick Attack. We might be able to just get rid of Gust. This one's extremely fast and this is invisibly fast. I don't really need Sand Attack. I feel like it's come in help a couple of times. Let's get rid of Gust because who cares? Again, it's not like Gust is a special attack and Aerial Ace is a physical attack like in other games. It's just flying, and I think flying is physical, so... If this one's stronger and hits 100% of the time, then let's just replace the other one. Sir, I'm about to rock your world, and by that I mean wet your rocks. Let me get your rocks wet, sir. Oh, hiker Jeremy. Jeremy's the fucker that got me sick. Shout out to Jeremy. This is not even a water type Pokemon. I feel betrayed. Lovely Jeremy of the office. Jeremy of my office I work at. This situation is no good. He doesn't take sick time? I don't know, I probably said this during my Tomodachi stream, because I was sick during the Tomodachi stream. She wets my rocks till I, That guy doesn't take sick time, and he gets so yucky sick, and will just come into the office, and something was wrong with his computer has been for the past couple weeks, so some fucking asshole moved him right next to the rest of us who are working in that area, and he's been hacking and coughing, and he got like two of us sick, maybe 3, because the guy who sits next to me has also got a cough, but I don't know if it's relevant or related. Yeah. He also like used to why am I'm frozen. Oh. I got too heated, and my VTuber, she's doing a new thing. I'll just let her freak it, I guess. That's not off-putting at all. He used to share a desk with a first shifter who was a woman. #women. And she was like, okay, so when are you planning to like take out the trash and we can sync up our schedules? And he was like, oh, that's not my job. That's your job. And then he would clip his fingernails at the desk and not clean them up, and then he also wore a hat every day where he would scratch the top of his head. He'd take off the hat, scratch his head, and get his dandruff directly in the keyboard and not clean it up. He's the yuckiest man in the world. Shout out to women, like, she had to deal with that for almost a full year, and she should not have had to. That should not have happened to her. There are nasty fucking people on first shift who he could be nasty with, and they could just sort of generate a miasma together. They should not have put him at a desk with somebody who actually cares about how her desk looks. We have a lot of freaks and sickos. Put him with another freak and sicko. Hi, Mirith. Welcome. I'm in a low energy stream. I keep getting heated about stuff, actually, so maybe it's not in a low energy stream, and I'm like super frozen. Maybe I should just turn on PNG Tuber. Hold on. Yeah, he was just really gross. It still works on my shift. Wow, I am lagging. It is my phone. It's filling my phone because it seems like my stream is going fine. But for some reason my phone hates the Wi-Fi. Okay, I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna open PNG Tuber Plus, and we're just gonna have a bouncy for the rest. Because it's distracting me. And you watching the stream, I imagine. It is... Where is it? What does the icon look like? Sorry, my desktop is scrambled because one of my monitors is taken up by the switch capture. I simply don't remember what PNG Tuber Plus looks like. That's Phasmophobia. It's a different P. What does it... Oh, okay. It looks like a little blue guy yelling. Which is not... Now that's not... Now that's the wrong one. Hold on. Where am I? This one. I can't open it. Oh, there we go. There I am. I don't know if I'm visible yet. Hold on. There we go. see. Okay, yep, that's me. Hey. Woo! Skipping a bit for you? Okay. Okay, well then it's, there's, oh no. Yep. My Kerbal Pace program, I don't know what KBPS stands for. Yeah. Oh, now I know things are wrong because that's quite a bit of lag. Yep. Jump scare, you're here momentarily, and now you're banished. I must have had it open last when I was showing off how my commissions were going. I've been doing most of them on my laptop from this point on because I realized PNG Tuber Plus is a program that can run on my laptop, versus VTube Studio has a lot of stuff going on, so I prefer to use it on my PC. Just because the save files get pretty big, and it's not something I think my laptop could handle well. PNG Tuber Plus, however, I could just do that right on my laptop. It works just as well. Oh yeah, the lag is bad. Fuck. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, my frames weren't dropping moments ago. I looked down and it was green. It figures that my VTuber would clue me in. Hello. You're a bug catcher. I should stop using Raoul for a little bit. Christ Air, you wanna crack at this? It looks like my connection is going to continue being shit, but if you want to refresh to try and reconnect a little sooner, I highly recommend. Maybe the attempt will help in some way, shape, or form. Good old aerial ace. I'm glad I have PNG Tuber model for my internet's shaky, because like the thing that's fine is usually just like, okay, well, at least the VOD will be okay because I'm recording it on my end, so it's not affected by my transmission out, depending on how lagged it is. Okay, that's good. Yeah, my bars are going up a little bit. Yeah, I highly recommend a refresh. I'm in the green now. I don't know what changed, but I'm in the green now. So if you're hearing this, refresh the stream. And it'll catch you back up, I think. I'm sorry that happened. Sometimes it just goes out, and I don't know why, but... It also could be on Twitch's end, but I honestly don't think it is. Ooh, let's check out the grass. What's in here? What's over here? A rat. I think stronger rat than we've been seeing. So it's still possible there's something rare in this grass. I said last stream we'd be catching another party member, and then we simply didn't. I feel like we're really... I feel like it's time. I'm ready. I'm ready, you're ready. We gotta get Paris. We've gotta get Paris off the team. Yeah, I just feel bad because, like, in theory the internet should work fine. It is literally because I'm connected to the router and the router's far away. And there's no way for me to move my office any closer, which is why I was mentioning getting an Ethernet cable would really help. But I haven't. More dudes up here, that's cool. So many fucking guys. Nominally, it's working now. Excellent, excellent. Yes, it's still green on my end. It almost is nice to have my phone is sensitive, and now knowing this, I can tell when it's about to really tank. Because the stream doesn't go red until after that's been tanking for a while, usually. So maybe I should have kept up my VTuber so I could warn you. No, I don't want to switch Pokemon. Sorry, I lied to you. Yeah. My roommate switched to a fiber internet when I was and when I was living not here. And we switched because they said it would be cheaper, and then they went and did all that, and it was not cheaper by the end of it. So I was like, well, then why did we fucking do all that, first of all? Second of all, they had a thing that was like, yeah, if the Wi-Fi is inactive for long enough, we sort of shut it off, so it'll take a little bit to boot up next time you try to access the internet. So like, I just could not use the internet on my phone ever, because it took too long for my phone to try to ping the internet connection to wake it up, because like the router was on, it would say it was on, it would just like put itself in standby mode to like save energy or something, and I was like, well, that's not helpful when one of us works day shift and the other one works night shift, so one of us is awake pretty much all the time. There are like a few hours where we overlap in sleep, and only a few. So like, we do need the internet to be available at all times, but no, get this shitty internet that does not work the way we need it to work for me to do my thing. Thankfully, I never had problems streaming there, but I'm having problems streaming here, so it's like, well, fuck. Yeah. The service we were on had been working really well, but they were one of those ones where it's like, oh yeah, if you set up with us, you get like the first 2 years really cheap. 2-3 years, and then they like bump up your price, so like you could start using it for a really good amount, and then nothing. A local provider, well, that's nice. Our the area I used to live in had like a contractual monopoly with like an agreement with the town that only they could be the internet provider. So like everybody got stuck just using the same internet provider in this whole town. You go to the next town over, they could use like 3 or 4 different internet providers that were available to them. But no, the town I lived in, just the one. And only recently have they been allowing, like, their contract ran out or whatever with the town. And I think the deal was like they run the internet lines for the whole town, and in exchange they get the whole town for however many years. So like everybody was screwed to just be using this one thing, and now a lot of people just aren't switching at this point. But now that fiber has come along and people are actually switching to that, it's changed a lot of the dynamic. Just switch to my fighting type and get through this battle a little faster. Quantico, if you would. I want to see you evolve, Quantico. Oh, this is a poison type. Whatever. What freaking ever. I love paying attention to the video game I'm playing. Interesting. I'll drop some rocks on your ass. Yeah, the competition's better for the consumer. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know how monopoly laws work, because I know they exist to avoid situations like this, but I'm not paying any attention. You guys paying attention? I'm not paying attention. I'm playing a video game? Wait, where am I? Help? You can karate chop a shrew, for sure. Yeah, shrews are for karate chopping. I wish they committed to it being more shrew-like and less armadillo-like. Why not name it a sand madillo instead of a sand shrew? Because you've made an armadillo. I know what a shrews look like, and they don't look like this. Why did I do that? It also doesn't seem like my fighting type attacks are super effective. Interesting. Sandillo sounds dirty. Alright, well. Sandmadillo. Now, see, I see what you've done there. And that one is dirty. I'm out of soda. I've been trying to eat more healthy. That means eating fiber, but I don't like a lot of things with fiber in it, but we found these yucky, fiber sodas. They're not yucky. Some of the flavors are really good, but they're all, like, low sugar, so they have weird, like, sugar alternatives that taste bad. But my roommates are a seltzer household, and I hate seltzer, but I like having a special beverage when they have special beverages, so these are actually, like, a better alternative flavor-wise than the seltzer has been, and there's fiber in them, so I'm like, yeah, this is great. This is probably good for me, and won't have any weird side effects because there's shit wrong with it, or the sweetener's bad, or I don't know. I don't know, everything's bad. A fiber soda, I don't know, it supports digestive health. It has prebiotics, botanicals, and plant fiber. Now you notice that 2 of those are nothing. 2 of those are bullshit. If you see something that says prebiotic on it, that's a made-up term. That doesn't mean anything. Do not put sand in your dildo. Do not bring your dildo to the beach. No, it's no good. Botanicals, that's also nothing to my knowledge. That just means that there's plant stuff in it. But botanicals. I love when they say stupid words on things. But the last thing is plant fiber. It has 9 grams of dietary fiber, which is 32% of your daily value, which is pretty good. And they have a ginger lemon flavor I like. That's like it's like a vegetable. I'm drinking a beverage that's pretending to be a vegetable. What am I doing? I'm seeing if I have another antidote. It doesn't look like I do. Bad news, baby girl. Dying to poison. It's good. They have like a ginger ale themed one. This one is more like a ginger beer flavor. It's a little more gingery, which is what I like. Ginger lime time. Cherry ginger. Oh my god, that sounds so good. I love ginger beer. I have to try choco milk with salt. Whatever sweetener you like, a tiny bit of salt. Yeah, usually adding a little bit of salt makes the sweet sweeter. That's why you put salt in like brownies and stuff. You made it yourself? Wait, tell me how you make ginger beer. That sounds really good. I'd love to be able to make ginger beer. Ginger beer is kind of pricey. Just to get up to this patch of grass with nothing in it. Is there nothing rare in this patch of grass? I like to hear that it's super simple. This is already, it sounds so doable. You're making it sound so doable and you haven't said what you're doing yet. Ginger deer? Ginger deer. My new deer color, OC Ginger. Give you the link. Oh, I will also tell you all, not relevant to anything we've talked about yet. Well, it is relevant to Tomodachi Life. I found out that you can't save screenshots from Tomodachi Life. They like won't let you transfer them. Oh, I don't have. DM me the link. And links don't work here. I'm too scared. I'm too frightened. Thank you. I'm looking for some good summer beverages. I don't know. I wanna make stuff more than I currently do. It's hard to do it when I work full-time and like week to week is how I am processing currently. It is not. I don't have a lot of like, okay, well in this month I'll do this. No, I don't have that much foresight currently. It's day to day for me. But I wanna do more. I wanna do more making fun stuff this summer. While I know I'll have more energy to do so. To do stuff that's special. So yeah. I love cooking stuff. I'm good at cooking stuff. I just don't I just don't make time for it. Alright, rapid spin. Let's see what that does. Let's not get too excited. 20. Freeze the user from Brian, but okay. I mean, that's cool. How often do I get affected by these things? Not enough to use it, I don't think. However, I don't use withdraw at all. You're so right, Bug. I mean, I think it... They're doing it so that, like, you can't share all the inappropriate shit you're making your Miis say, which I am. However, like, who cares? It's just gonna take me a little bit longer to share it because I'm going to have to probably project it here into OBS and then adjust. Also, like, hey, hold on. I just realized that I could probably make the game bigger? Game capture. Not that one. Elgato. Yeah, that's just empty space. I probably readjusted it for Tomodachi. There we go. Sorry, now it's just slightly bigger. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to project all of my screenshots here, screenshot my screenshots, and then that's how I'm going to get the crisp information. It's just annoying. Just annoying that I have to jump through all those hoops. Like, I want to be able to put these stupid screenshots of my OCs with all of my OC art, and I want to be able to share them because they're funny. I think I've changed Pokemon. Of course, it's a Machop. I should have changed Pokemon. Whatever. Let me share my bullshit on the internet. I need everybody to see how good my Water Parks album came out. It looks just like the fandom album. It's so clearly reads as it. I'm very happy with how it came out. Going this way. Talk to this lady. You just walked up to me. The most recent lingo I introduced was just butch women, and everybody's talking about butch women now. It's going really well on the island, is all I'm saying. I've added like 11 Miis at this point. It's a pretty good spread. I'm still adding more. I opened up a new section of my island so I could add a ton more houses. I've had a wedding already. That's pretty exciting. This is a different route. Sorry, Quantico. Well, this isn't helpful for me. We're gonna have to go through a cave. Let's see what Pokemon live here. Voltorb! I did say we need either an electric or a... We're running. We're running because I know you can explode. Electric or fire is, I think, what I said. Electric, fire, or grass that I like. There might be a Magnemite in the grass here if there are Voltorbs. And if that's the case, I think we should get a Magnemite. I like them. Yeah, that's a shrew. That's a dildo. Armored dildo. Got a lot of Brotloves. That's a Spearow. Tomodachi made their Miis talk about Cespi and Lex. Yeah, I mean, two of my characters, I made them meet by talking about scissoring, and one of them was like, I've always wanted to try going pro scissoring. Would you like to do it with me? And then they wouldn't shut up about it for another, like, full 24 hours. It was incredible. Incredible. Most of my island is lesbians. Most of my OCs are lesbians. I have currently 1 token boy on the whole island. This patch of grass, the only new thing is bra loaves. There's nothing else new. No, okay. We're out of this patch of grass. I don't have the patience. Do people shiny hunt in these older games? Is it possible to do? I feel like the shiny rate was such a rare encounter in the really early games that I don't know if there was like a method you could use to do that. The new games have like, you have a method. And some of them are like, okay, the method is built into the gameplay. Like, you have to do these special raids, and then you maybe get shinies. Are there? Well, there... I want to say yes. I'm gonna say yes because Pokemon Crystal had shinies, and that was a much earlier game. But... unless, maybe green and red, or red and blue... Red and blue. Maybe red and blue didn't have them, so when they remade it, they wouldn't add them? I don't know. This is something I should look up. Oh, hey! 20 species? Okay. An Everstone. Maybe. Nope. I only caught 13. I suck at this. I don't really need an Everstone, though. We could get a ghost type. We already have a psychic type, though. It feels redundant to get another... ghost special attacker. Hi. I'll look it up. Hold on. Picnic or Heidi can wait. In Fire Red. Yes, okay. So shiny Pokemon do appear in these games. Let me see if they appeared in Red and Blue. Okay. Shiny Pokemon were introduced in Generation 2. Oh! If Pokemon in Gen 1 have certain stats that match shiny criteria, I don't know what that means, they'll become shiny when transferred to modern games. But yes, you can, yes. Which is wild to hear. So you can technically get shiny Pokemon in the first 2 games before the mechanic even existed. This is a Pikachu. I don't want to be battling a Pikachu, I'm a bird. Can we get Quantico? Quantico can punch it. Yeah, the definition of science is loose. Alright, I'm not gonna be able to hit you with these rocks, unfortunately. That won't stop me from trying. Actually, Dig might have a higher hit rate, and I'm paralyzed. Her strategy is just, like, completely block me from... That wasn't even super effective. Is Rock not super effective? Is it just ground type that's super effective? This is no good. A 2-turn move while I'm paralyzed is no good. Yeah. We'll try one more time. You know what? I could just use Rock Tomb. I could use any move again. I could be using literally any move, and I am using Dig. This is stupid of me. Brick Break. Come on, Quantico. You just gotta get one hit in. First shiny Pokemon I ever encountered was a Ladybug, and I killed it. And I never encountered another shiny Pokemon Yeah, I don't think I encountered another shiny Pokemon until I was like an adult. And the shiny hunting got a lot easier in newer games. Come on, you can do this. Yes! That's what I like to see. That's the hustle. Yes, I'm gonna change Pokemon. You're paralyzed. This is a mess. Clefairy. Oh, I haven't sent out Neo in a while. Let's see what Neo's got. My friend got Fire Red recently, so I'm going to have to trade Neo to evolve him sometime, next time I see her. Her birthday was this week! Happy birthday to my friend! She's not on social media, so I can't point you towards her, but like, if you're on Art Fight, my friend Tigerstorm has a lot of really cool characters, and she's really nice. If you're looking for people to pick on the Art Fight. Keep using that Psybeam, buddy. Also, Art Fight's only 2 months away, and I need to do something to make less people attack me this year so I can actually have fun again. But I don't know what that is yet, and I haven't put anything into place, and I'm running out of time. I think maybe on my, like, permissions, I'm gonna say just, hey, don't attack me. Do not send me art. You can revenge me if I attack you, but please, God, don't. I don't have time to revenge everybody this year. I'm already starting off with, like, 3 people attacked me last day of Art Fight that I just I didn't have time to get back. I'm like, so I'm already starting at a deficit. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, right. Did I have a Pokemon that has this? Is it you? Okay, hold on. Sakya, I have a treat for you. Oh, not that. Camp gaze, open. I need to teach you Flash. I guess moves? Having 4 moves available, it seems less important in this game than other games. Do not instigate. Do not instigate. I don't have time anymore. Because I pride myself on being able to be able to revenge every attack. It's very important to me to be able to do this and to make sure everybody who gifts me art gets something in return for doing that, because it's really nice. However, I've been doing it for enough years that the amount of attacks I get is, like, it is disproportionate for, like, I don't know. I'm active enough that I have had a lot of eyes on me, I guess is what I'm saying. Like, my art skill level isn't something that people, like, thirst after. My art is fine. I'm not, like, an incredible or popular artist specifically, but for whatever reason, I've been on whatever I've done on Art Fight has caused it to be, like, overwhelming, the amount of people that seek me out specifically for no reason. There's no reason for it. I'm gonna use a repel again, and it's gotten to the level where it's like, I really like doing this. It's one of my favorite things every year to do. I feel like it really challenges me, and it like gets a perfect snapshot of what my art was like at the time, and I want to be able to keep doing it, but like the last couple of years have been rough. I want to be able to go do things that are out of the ordinary and, like, pushing myself. So, like, a couple years ago I made somebody a VTuber model. A couple years before that I did a bunch of animated attacks. Like, I have a lot of fun being able to, like, do stuff I don't normally do. But if I don't have time to do that, then it stops being exciting and fun. It's like, well, I really wanted to do this thing. But, oh, it's Bite in here? That's interesting. My secret power is that my beak is teeth now. Yeah. They do, but they're so rewarding. It feels so good to make, and you just like, whoever you make them for, you've like fully made their day. It's just so fun, and I don't animate a lot, so it is really just like, okay, well, let's see what I can do. And I've gotten really good at doing like simple wiggle gifs where it's just the character blinks and kind of wiggles a little bit. And all I need to do that is draw the line art twice and then have it flickering between frames. So it's like, it's not super a lot of extra added stuff. Plus, my trick is to make the line art wiggly but not too wiggly is I turn off brush pressure. So everything is the same consistency, so I'm not spending as much time at like making sure that the lines are thicker in some places and thinner in other places, like I would do for a normal art piece. So it just sort of all just works out. It balances out in a way where I've gotten pretty efficient with it, but it's something that still is a little extra time to do, so it's harder to do during art fight itself. There's a Pokeball there. Well, I'll go back for it, I guess. Excuse me. Wasting my repels. Yeah, and I usually only make like VTuber attacks for people I know, who I think would appreciate them. I still need to make, I made a little PowerPoint for how to set up my PNG tuber models, but I need to do that for VTuber models as well, honestly. I'll draw illustrations of Pokemon when I'm home. This is me for real. Just take a screenshot. Me every day. I don't know. Art fight is just less exciting when you're sort of shoehorned into... I don't know, as soon as it becomes an obligation instead of a fun treat, I just lose motivation very quickly. And not being able to have that sort of artistic freedom is challenging. And some people will come onto Art Fight and then put like one character up, and I'm like, okay, well, I have to revenge you, and you only have one character available to choose from, and I'm stuck drawing this character that is like... that I'm not interested in. A lot of people have really awesome characters. There are a lot out there that are just like, well, I can draw this character, but it's not going to feel like I've added anything. Oh, do your quick attack. Your quick attack, buddy. Who did that to you? Yeah, and I will. I do seek out people who are like, oh, okay, you have pony characters, awesome. I'll draw your pony characters. That's easy for me, and I can do fun stuff with them because I'm so comfortable with that. I seek out, like, I try to draw at least one troll a year because I like drawing trolls. I'll like seek out fandom stuff. I added a few Star Trek sonas last year, and I don't remember if I actually ended up drawing any of them. I think I had intended to draw a Vulcan character, but I don't know if I ended up actually doing it. It had been on my to-do list for a while. My bookmarked characters. I did end up drawing somebody's Ferengi. That was fun. She was a very fun character to work with. And I did give myself extra time to do like a more intricate job shading. So that was okay. So picnickers usually have grass and normal type, it seems. I'm trying to like type all these people so I'm a little less surprised at what they throw at me. The hikers have rock and fighting. let's swap out some other Pokemon. We need somebody else leveling up. You, Neo, you get out front for a little bit. Michael's gonna have to level up. Okay. Michael, you're gonna have to level up next. We're not gonna let you fall too behind, buddy. Do you know about Pokemon cosplay? Yes, sir, I do. First cosplay I ever did was, Hilda? Is an attempt at Hilda. I did not have the hat. I wore a hat that had a Mario M on it. So I was unrecognizable as this character. And my second cosplay was the Pokemon Minun. My third cosplay... I don't remember. I cosplayed as Minun, and then I cosplayed as... I did a Pikachu cosplay later. And I also did an N cosplay, and I've redid the N cosplay more recently. I very briefly got back into cosplaying and then remembered I didn't like it. And I was like, maybe as an adult I'll like this more, because I do like dressing up as the character, but I can't sew. All my friends that are cosplayers are like full tailors. They know how to make anything. They sell patterns. And for Hilda, that is just silent. Yeah. Mahilda. I didn't know her name for the longest time. When I had that game, I named the character River, and I was like, yeah, River's just her name. Well, you don't know River? I had not been watching the anime. I was like, who would name them Hilda and Hilbert? Wretched. Wretched. Whoever did that... What were you doing? Stop that. They don't deserve that. Your Pokemon techniques will leave me crying. He's gonna try out some new sex moves on me. And I don't know what they're going to be, because what he just said to me was not anything I understood. But they're gonna leave me crying. Dead in one hit. Just the worst special defense. You're training in the mountains, you're becoming stone. You gotta steal your mind as well. You gotta be ready for this. Yeah, it's a lot of work. I did one Homestuck cosplay as well to my Pokemon repertoire, and I also cosplayed Love Live a couple times. The most effort I ever put into a cosplay was Rin from Love Live, and it was a like cat girl outfit. She has a couple of cat girl outfits because she's the one that goes yeah the most. She's cat girl themed. But it was like a specially fuzzy one, and it was incredibly hot to wear, and it was made out of a very not breathable fabric that doesn't stretch at all. So I made it exactly to my size and shape, and it will never fit me again. But that's okay. Also, the wig was a wig for a different character that my friend had gotten as a freebie in the mail, because they were good enough at cosplay that they would just get free shit from cosplay places. And she was like, yeah, you can just dye this yourself and cut it. And I dyed it with Sharpie, which is a valid method. However, the hair gel that I used was made of the same... what do you say? The solvent? It had the same base as Sharpie, which is alcohol, I think. So where I had the hair gel making the front hair point for this character, the dye completely washed out of it when I tried to wash out the hair gel. Also, I can't cut hair. I'm really bad at it. I can't cut wigs. It's no good. What are you writing? Recover. I mean, I guess. What, how much do you recover? Up to half. I'm trying to decide if it's worth it. I'm not gonna remember to use disable. Shockwave's more helpful. Let's get rid of this. Then maybe I can do like a little... It was of Jane, yeah! I still have the shirt. It was another wig that I'd cut myself. And it looks like it looked really bad. Okay, someone was showing me today it's really, really easy to make Homestuck characters in Tomodachi. They were showing me that they're Dave and they're June. They're very cute. Also, so delightful to just see a June in the wild. Like, yay! Yeah, that's June! We love June! No, I don't think I'm changing Pokemon. You're sending in another rock? Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no, you're good. Oh, yep, I'm so sorry. The internet is going. I'm noticing now. Good luck. Good luck. See you on the other side. Oh, no. I'll miss you. I'll miss you. I'll see you again one day. I feel like I should have on the live stream visible somewhere on a widget so that the VOD watchers can tell. Just like a dropped frames counter. Or a pig. Okay. Did I? No, I came from here. Try again. How long is this damn tunnel? Am I almost out? Ah! Oh, my ear is doing something painful. I wonder if it's remnants of being sick. My brain pressure was so off when I was sick. Ugh. Thankfully, I just have a little bit of a scratchy throat at this point. So it did not help that I got quite drunk on Friday and then had a full day of hangover on top of like having a cough. That was no good. That was my own fault. We found out the hard way that we have a lovely like small brewery that has a cool basement that they host goth nights in every couple of months, where they have a DJ that plays specifically goth music and we all dance and it's great. They're a brewery, so they don't have a license to mix drinks, so all they're selling is like canned cocktails and beers. And I don't drink beer. They make my stomach hurt. So I have to drink these stupid canned cocktails. And one of my friends bought a sangria. 2 sangrias. My friend was 1 sangria deep, got a second one, took a few sips, and was like, oh no. Apparently they handed us solo cups with the drink in them. We didn't get to read the cans. I think the sangria had a much higher alcohol content than any of the other drinks we had gotten. And I had already been like 3 drinks in before finishing their sangria, but I should not have finished their sangria. It was over for me after that. Being drunk is fun to an extent, but knowing when to stop so that you can sleep without getting vertigo, that's the hard part. I get really, really bad vertigo the moment I stop moving, so I have to be very careful not to overdo it when drinking, and I am already a lightweight, so I don't drink very often. I have to be careful when I do, so I only ever do it when I'm around a bunch of friends that I trust. And I'm pretty good at knowing my limits now, but like, that sangria was a slow creeper. Ears should not do painful shit. Yeah, I did. It's like, ow, ow. It's because I'm trying to pop them, but I think the pressure is wrong in one of them, so it keeps on like spiking painfully deeper into my ear. No good. It is one of the hottest concepts ever. It's like it's the queerest hangout too, and I think it's hilarious that they have it in this like a hole-in-the-wall bar. And their other events include comedy nights. Sangria can be rough. Wine in general is rough for me. Usually it's just like stronger than I expect. Yes, exactly. Sangria is quite harsh. It's the only way I can drink wine, because wine is usually a little too much for me, unless it's a very sweet wine. I'm not dealing with that. Bunch of rocks. Okay. Nothing here. Great. Yeah, just the queerest, hottest people you've ever seen all show up to goth night and then just like dance with abandon to the... goth music is very, if you don't know what goth music sounds like, because I feel like it's not necessarily a concept that you just run into, it's like often very 80s sounding. It's got a lot of like, when people were really experimenting with sounds, so it's got a lot of like synthy, interesting, sort of like darker club beats mixed with there's a lot of industrial sounds often mixed in, and then like a lot of like not singing, more like chanting or like monotone singing, and then they usually are just like darker topics, song-wise, or you can't tell what they're saying at all and it doesn't matter. But goth music is really lovely. I think like dream pop is sort of a subset of goth music. Industrial again is a subset of goth music. I'm trying to think of good ways to describe this. Anyways, it's just like, it's really cool and sort of like drowsy dance music. So it's really like, you get into sort of a trance with it. You just sort of just feel out the vibe, and it feels wonderful to dance to goth music. It is a little sleepy though. It puts me to sleep really easily sometimes. Not because it's boring, just like the sort of consistent, like pleasant droning. Very good. Very good. But I'm the kind of person that like, my parents did theater all me growing up, so I'm really used to being in a rehearsal room where there's loud sounds starting and stopping, and the lights are completely out, but it's like a little too warm, and then just like curled up somewhere asleep. Puts me right out. So going to the goth club reminds me of that in sound, in the warmth and the darkness and the sound. Both. Goth comedy night. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that one. I don't want to have to tell jokes. We don't tell jokes on this stream. I could never be a comedian. I can be like silly funny to a degree around people, but like a lot of that's just like, it's not comedy jokes, it's not stage jokes, it's hanging out with your friends being silly. I'm good at hanging out with friends silly, but I'm not good at stage silly. That makes sense? It's why I'm not very funny on stream. It's harder to be funny when you're not like in a room with people and you're playing off of them. Stream is missing that aspect for me. It'd be nice if I had like a person to stream with, but very, very infrequently am I actually able to sort of, oh my god, apparently GAE, now, yeah, exactly, auto-modded the entire thing, fucker, yeah, bleh. Yeah, whatever I was saying. Yes, 80s music, yeah, my friend described it once as, like, if the B-52s were in a minor key and were singing about, like, vampire sex. That's what goth music sounds like. And then I listened to some goth music and I was like, oh, they're fucking right. I don't know. As someone who really likes 80s dance music, goth music is just like... Goth music is also often 80s dance music, and people are still making goth music now. There's definitely like new wave goth, and other overlapping things. Again, like dream pop and ambient, like dark wave ambient stuff is also popular now. It just sounds different than it did in the 80s. I wish it would stop asking me if I want to change Pokemon, because I just keep clicking through and getting confused. Let me not be paying attention to the game. Come on. Hello. You have a Pokedex, I want one too. These Pokemon perverts are real fun. I really like these cute little outfits. He's doing a Charizard cosplay, but he doesn't have wings, so he's wearing a lab coat over it, and it's just really charming. The Pokemon fanatics in the future ones are just wearing like Pikachu onesies. And that's like a little less cute. Confuse him. Not very effective, but you're very strong, so it's okay. I try to have at least one 80s dance pop hit on my like listening playlist at a time, because I know there's a million out there I haven't heard, so but I like them so much that they stay on my playlist for so long that I'm like, well, I don't have room to listen to too many at once. They're gonna blend together. I tried to do that with Modern Talking, I think. Have a bunch of really good 80s dance hits, but a lot of them sound very similar, so it is very much like I have to be listening to them one at a time. But my favorite currently is, I don't know if it's the same melody as this or if I'm just associating with it, but it's the song that goes with the Anka dance that was popular as a meme for a while. The like Egyptian cat from Animal Crossing. There was like a specific song that would play and you'd animate her shaking her ass. I don't know. Whatever. It was a furry thing. I don't know if it's the same song, but it sounds very similar. It's called Camel by Camel, and it is literally just like a sick beat that sounds like it could be in like an educational computer game about like mummies. Like that's it's that 80s and 90s feel of like, well, this is what we've decided Egypt sounds like. Let's mix it into a club beat, and it's like very charming. They've got some good sounds. They've got some good synthy sounds there. They're making good sounds in that one. And it looks like my internet's back if you want to refresh. True. Although, like, if you go to any convention, there's, like, several people selling Kigurumis, and, like, I've been to a con and bought a Kigurumi. Shaking? I don't know. I actually do want to know if the Anka dance is the same song. Hold on, I'm Googling it. I think the point was just that this character was hot. Is this a conventionally? It is Camel by Camel. I think they call it Anka Zone, and I think it's a cover of Camel by Camel that they're using, so it's not the exact Camel by Camel. I could be wrong though. Yeah, she's just like, she's staring at you, she's looking at you, she's looking down at you, and she's sort of shaking her body to the music, side by side. And that's the whole, that is the Anka zone thing. I don't know. I don't know if it was one person that did it and it got reposted a bunch, or if it was several people that started passing it around like an animation meme. But it's a good one. It's cute. Listen, this is a conventionally attractive cat, frankly. And I think it's okay. I think it's okay to watch Anka Zone. I'm not. I'm just walking through here. You were going to battle me. I'm sorry I walked up to you. I should have let you see me and approach me. That's fair. I'm running low on my attacks. That's okay. Mio, you're doing so good. He was just leveling up like crazy. And I cannot use you in the next gym, I'm pretty sure. So I should not be leveling you up, but that's okay. Proud owner of an ass. Yeah. Yes, for sure. It's important for intimidation reasons. Yeah, it'd be really fun to animate Desdemona doing the Anka Zone dance, actually. I kinda wanna do that. I can't get too distracted from doing my 2.0 model though. I'm getting too lost in the sauce. I can't have too many ideas. I can't be getting ideas. If anything, I'm the one being harassed in the dark. Ow. Oh, my ear did the thing again. I hope it stops doing that. I'll be sleeping soon. I'm sure it'll be fine. Stand over someone, shake your ass. So important. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna change my Pokemon. It's time for Michael. My rat's bigger than your rat, and we'll beat your rat's ass. Rattata. Okay, so I've been thinking hard about how Rattata is not a pun, but like, what if you're supposed to say it Rattata? What if you're supposed to say it Rattata and it sounds like Rat Attack, just without the K? Is that the pun that I've been searching for? So it doesn't make sense that Raticate would be such a good pun and Rattata would not. So it must be Rattata instead of Rattata. I think I used to say Rattata when I was a kid. I'll be so honest with you. Maybe I was right all along. I feel like more people say Rattata. Unrata. Oh, yeah. That's not... You're not incorrect. I mean, it is just rat with more syllables, but I feel like it's like a longer... It's something more than just having rat in it. Someone submitted a song in Spanish to my music league last week. Okay, we have a category coming up that's supposed to be just submit Spanish songs, which is gonna be really fun. But somebody like got ahead of the game and submitted one early, and I was really enjoying it. It was one of my favorite songs of the week. I don't know if it got voted very well on, but it was one of my personal favorites. And I was reading the lyrics along because I was like, I wonder if I can translate any of this. And I did an okay job. I didn't do as bad as I thought I did. It's very easy to pick out nouns just because often they look like English words because they're the same root language. So I was able to cobble together the plot of the song, which was exciting, and it made me feel good. And so I voted on it because I liked the song and I had fun piecing it together. What's up here? A ball. So high school Spanish, I guess, didn't fully leave me. I can do a little bit. I can do some very basic translation. But I bring this up because the guy did call himself a rat. He said something about a rat in a rat trap. Or I think when I looked up the lyrics to see if I had gotten any of it right, it was like mouse in a mouse trap, and I was like, no, it said raton. That's not a mouse, I think. I don't know. I was like, I saw the word rat in there. It's gotta be a rat. That's not a mouse. I'll look it up. I have one picked out for the Spanish-speaking week already. I think it's a Rosalia song, because like her music is very popular, so it's just what I end up actually hearing. Because yeah, we don't have a lot of Spanish-speaking music that comes on the radio here. And I don't live somewhere where there is like a separate Spanish-speaking channel. If I lived with my dad in the city, there are a lot of Spanish-speaking channels. Let's see. Yes, so this is our Cinco de Mayo week. My dad themed all of the categories for the songs by whatever holiday it was closest to. The last round was animals, so that one was just not related to a holiday. It's called... God damn it, now it's opening Spotify. I just want to see the full title. It's gonna play it out loud. Don't do it. Stop. Shh. Mariposa Traicionera? Traicionera? Butterfly something. Oh, have a good night. I'm probably gonna be signing off soon myself. We're gonna make it to 2 hours, and then I'm gonna end stream, I think. But let's hope we get out of this damn cave. I keep getting distracted. It was a lovely song. It had some really good acoustic guitar, and the melody was really lovely. I assume it's a fairly popular song. But I liked it a lot. I want to see how many votes it got. I actually think it did better than... Okay. It got second place with 7 votes. It lost to Animal by Neon Trees, which is a song that was inescapable for a long time. Hold on, I can't remember what it sounds like. We're gonna listen it out loud together for 2 seconds, so I don't get copyright claimed. Animals. It sounds like... Okay, here we go again. I gotta wanna be more than friends. Okay, and we're all, my roommates and I are mad because the third song is Snakes by Koruk. So I'm a fan of Koruk's. I only know a couple of their songs though. This song, Snakes, is one of their older songs, and it is just about not liking snakes. I happen to like snakes, and I don't want all the snakes to die, so this was not a very tasteful song. Next place is Animals, Talking Heads, which is not a Talking Heads song I'd heard before, and it gets weird. But it's fun. Honeybee, Steam Powered Giraffe. Apparently I missed, like, they used to be extremely popular, and their thing was they used to pretend to be automatons in their music videos. Early 2000 things. Release the Bats, a very good goth song. I submitted Animal I've Become by 3 Days Grace, and I got 5 votes, which is good. Yeah. My uncle called it Dad Rock. That's not true. I don't think that's what Dad Rock is. But nice try. That's okay. And the Snakes, Bring Me the Horizon. I don't know what the rest of that song's title is. The Little Lion Man, Mumford & Sons didn't do very well, but I expected it to. My dad submitted a Monkees song that did not do well. I got so bored with it that I skipped half of it. Somebody submitted a song from The Hangover. Someone lost all their votes because they didn't vote. Idiot. That could have been 3rd place. What's your one song you know? Hold on. Talking Heads is dad rock to me. Dad rock is a real thing. It's not a genre, it is just like, well, music that dads listen to. And I think it's a again, it's not a genre, it's something that changes depending on like the age dads are. It is just something like my dad grew up in the late 80s, early 90s, so dad rock to me is like the shit he was into. So like REM is dad rock and Talking Heads is dad rock. I think like those aren't rock bands though, so like maybe more like if your dad was a little older than my dad is, it would be more like Rush is dad rock, or Metallica would be dad rock. I bet it would be, Bug. Yeah, our categories are really loose. There's no, like, you don't get disqualified for not matching. Burning Down the House, yep, that one's a good one. Or You Said Nothing But Flowers is the song you know. Burning Down the House is a different song that I don't actually know if Burning Down the House is Talking Heads or David Byrne. See, there's a distinction because Talking Heads stopped existing and David Byrne on his own started making his own music, and it sounds the same as Talking Heads did. Yes, exactly. So like when I am older, dad rock is going to be 3 Days Grace, I guess. It's gonna be like Nickelback and 3 Days Grace because I grew up in the 2000s. So I was listening to like pop punk and emo. Maybe like Green Day. Green Day is gonna be dad rock. That would be a good example of like, this is not dad rock to me. This is about the era that I grew up in. So probably another 10 years it'll become dad rock. But it will never be dad rock to me, because dad rock to me is like 80s, 90s era music. Sorry, I just watched a really lovely video on Nickelback, and I'll be so honest, I quite like Nickelback's music. I think it's pleasant. And this video was like very validating in that like, Nickelback's the band that you were like embarrassed to say that you like, because they just sort of turn out pop rock hits. But I find them really pleasant to sing along to, and I think they're just enjoyable. And this video was all about like, this is why culturally people decided they hated this band for like no reason. And this is why they like flourished regardless. And it was a really good video. We're sharing a TV, and it turns out if you have a bunch of YouTube accounts connected on a TV and you watch stuff on somebody else's account, the videos start popping up in your account too. So they're like, oh, somebody in this household watched this, so maybe you like video essays. And so now it's been recommending me the same video essays it recommends them, even though I don't watch video essays as much. That's been interesting. I said I wasn't going to train Neo anymore, and then I never moved them out. So true. You want to see the video? What was the name to find it? Which video? Hold on. Oh. I'm catching up, sorry. Wait, okay, which video? Is it Onkazone? Because you should watch Onkazone. I recall it being pleasant. Okay, hold on. Let's just have Raoul take out this guy. Why are there so many trainers just outside of this cave? Do you have anything better to do? Oh, I didn't have a specific example. Just in general, Nickelback was like one of the top charting bands. All of their songs are going like triple, double platinum, but because they became popular by like people's request, instead of like going through the channels of like getting their album reviewed by music magazines, the music magazines were like, the fact that they're getting popular is going to ruin music magazines. And so every time they came out with an album, these music magazines, the more popular the album was, the lower the magazine would score it. There's like professionals that are supposed to be reviewing stuff that are like running the entire music industry at this time period. We're just like, we can't let this band be successful, so we're just going to lie on all of our reviews. And then the band just became it was so widespread and so listened to and so beloved that like it got oversaturated and people started hating it. This guy over here too. Why are there so many dudes here? They have like they're sort of a rock band with a little bit of a country flair, but like it's a very tasteful amount of country flair. It adds this, he's got that kind of gravel to his vocals that's really pleasant to listen to, and they're singing in a range that's very easy to sing along to, which is really fun. They're really just like you turn on the radio in the summer and a Nickelback song is playing, and it's delightful to sing in the car. That's sort of the vibe of Nickelback. And like the songs are about like, you know, heartbreak and women and getting drunk with your friends and like normal bullshit, you know? They're not like deep or profound. They're just like what you'd expect from like pop music that was being written to appeal to the masses. And I like it. I like it and I think it's fun. Sometimes you just gotta listen to something that's fun. And not have to, it doesn't have to be deep or emotional. Ooh, okay, half yawned so I wouldn't hurt my ear, and I think it was successful. Hey kid, wanna see your Pokemon? I don't know, man. You're kinda weird. Yeah. They got booed off the stage. Sorry, I'm still talking about this video essay. They got booed off the stage in I think Sweden because they were invited to perform at a metal concert. They are not a metal band. They're a rock band. Fascinating. And then like they took it in stride. He was like, "Yeah, I mean like if I went to a metal festival, I wouldn't want to hear Nickelback either." And I am Nickelback. Because, like, they aren't metal. I don't know how they got booked for that. I guess their manager hated them. It was a bad idea. But this was at the peak of, like, people on the internet deciding that they were a joke. Also, this essay dug into, like, how the United States used to be a monoculture. Like, you would tune into the TV, and everybody would have watched the same thing. You like, didn't have choice. You didn't have the whole internet at your fingertips. You were just, like, able to ingest the media that was fed to you that you had access to, and that's it. We made Lavender Town! Let me crank the volume up a little. Yeah. We'll just enjoy the music for a second. I tried to add the Lavender Town song to my stream playlist, but it was too grating. I should have added the fucking LeafGreen version. This is really nice. I love the little trill, the little warble they added. It's very pleasant. Wow. Oh, yeah. That's some good stuff. maybe. In what way? Yeah, I mean, Lavender Town was it is one of the spookier things in the Pokemon universe. It definitely, I think inspired a lot of creepypasta stuff. Who? Rocket's killed? Oh my god. I don't like that some of the characters' text is red. It makes me think you're a ghost child. Monopolizing media? Well, yes and no. Streaming services are, but okay, so this is how, the monoculture used to work because, like, we only had the one channel, and we couldn't pick what we wanted to watch on the, like, one channel. It was just, like, whatever movies were showing that week. So, these networks and stuff that had all these, the cable networks and all of these channels would only have, like, certain things available. So there were a lot of things you couldn't watch. There were a lot of things that, like, maybe you could only watch once a year. I know, like, the Snoopy Christmas special became synonymous, like, Snoopy has become synonymous with Christmas and Halloween, because every single year you'd gather around and you'd watch the Snoopy Christmas special. Or you watch you had specific things that would happen annually, and then you had, like, it was just the Wild West. And then you had your channels that had TV shows, so you could keep up with some things but not other things. Nowadays, yes, all these streaming services are sort of trying to have everything so that you only come to them and you're only spending all your money on them, but you still get to choose what you're watching. So, like, great, you have a subscription to Netflix, whatever. You don't have to watch whatever Netflix decides you need to watch that night. You can choose from their entire available catalog and customize your watching to what, like, many things. So, like, if you're only into horror movies, you can watch just horror movies, versus, like, maybe there wasn't a dedicated horror movie channel. You would only get to watch horror movies after a certain time of night on cable TV so that it didn't scare children. And what if you work really early in the morning? You can't stay up to watch horror movies. You don't get to watch horror movies at all unless you go get a rental from a store. So, like, there are options available if you wanted to get the media you wanted to watch, but it was much less available at our fingertips. Plus, like, with things like YouTube, where there's, like, a fuck ton of just free content that anybody can create, that makes it so, like, you as a person can get into the most niche thing in the world and still find online community about it, and like, think that it's a common experience for everybody. I remember, like, when I first encountered YouTube as a child, I didn't really understand how vast it was, because we were all trying to learn how to internet at that time, because it wasn't really a huge thing yet. I didn't have internet as a kid for a really long time. I only watched YouTube at my friend's house. Whenever my friend was like, oh, you need to see this funny video that I found, I thought it was like a universal experience that everybody would have encountered that video. Like, there are only so many videos on YouTube, so, like, people must know Pokemon Spoof, the thing that I quote the most. I'm 8 years old. Like, everybody must know this song that my friend keeps making me watch the music video for. Like, everybody must know Charlie the Unicorn. Everybody knows Charlie the Unicorn, to be fair. That one was correct. But, like, I had no way of knowing what things were actually popular and what things were, like, just a random shit that he was finding. And I just assumed it was all universal, because that's how cable worked. It was like, well, you watch a TV show and everybody's heard of King of the Hill. Everybody's heard of, like, Dr. Phil and Judge Judy and, like, The Simpsons. So my exposure to YouTube was just like, well, everybody must know what I'm talking about, and everybody must know what this thing is, when that's not the case. So that's what the difference between a monoculture and what we have now is that, where it's like, even if one of these streaming companies ends up buying all of the others and having a monopoly over all media and charging $1 million for all of it, we still have the ability of choice through that. I don't know. It gets into some, like, weird stuff, definitely. And they are making it more restrictive to access things. I know, like, for example, Audible has paywalled a bunch of... They will pay off authors so that they can paywall their books as Audible exclusive, so you cannot access an audiobook for a book you want unless you pay Audible for it specifically. And that's evil and should be illegal, frankly. But, like... Yeah. It's not a monoculture anymore. If you want to watch the popular thing that people are talking about, you have to go seek out it now and pay extra money. What's happening now is a commercialization of culture to a degree that is insane. But not like a monoculture again. No, I don't want you to rate my nicknames. Thank you. That is my explanation. I hope that made sense. The horrible Rockets, they deserve no mercy. That poor Cubone's mother, who was killed trying to escape from Team Rocket. Oh, little baby. Little sweet baby. I love Cubone. That's odd. Mr. Fuji's in here, ready to go. Really, Mr. Fuji's house. He's really kind. He looks after abandoned and orphaned Pokemon. It's so warm. Pokemon are so nice to hug. There's a book. Man. Yeah, community spaces, but also community spaces separate people out into, like, cliques. It's a sort of double-edged sword of, like, you now can find your specific community, but it's also it's very easy for the community you're finding to become exclusionary, even if you're not intending it to. And so that's also its own problem. Versus, like, well, if everybody's seeing the same media every day and you're like forming less cliques about it, it was a lot easier to, like, have a conversation with a random person without being isolated. And the internet sort of, like, has been isolating communities. Like, I don't know. People don't talk to their neighbors anymore. And that's where a lot of, like, issues come up, because you don't feel like your community is your community anymore. So you are no longer as invested in making sure the community is safe for everybody, because you don't know your neighbors. Who knows what they're like? You're more focused on, you know, your online community. And that's, I don't know. There are a lot of different perspectives and ways things work, and it's hard to tell whether anything is, like, overall good or overall bad, because everything is nuanced, so. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at this guy's loss. I think it's interesting that they have a different song playing in here than in Lavender Town. In the memory of Pokemon that died. Okay, cool. It's a little less scary. Did you come to pay respects? Bless your Pokemon love and heart, son. My Growlithe, why did you die? I'm a channeler. There are spirits up to mischief. I sense them high in the tower. Okay. Let's see who can take out spirits with mischief. I guess... God. Not really any of you. Let's swap you two up front, because you're not going to be able to help, you're not going to be able to help, and you're not going to be able to help. So it's just going to be Bird and Turtle. I guess there's not a gym in this town, so I don't have to worry about that, at least. Oh, okay. Hey, buddy. Hey Marlo, what brings you here? Is your Pokemon dead? Hey, it's alive! I can at least make them faint. Let's go! Oh, this guy sucks. The theory is that he is here because he had buried his Rattata, his Raticate, who you never see again. Nice. I like to see it. Good initiative, confusing the bird. Okay, didn't continue confusing it, but that's okay. What's this one do? This one's just a little one. I guess not that rapid though. It's cute little. That was a cute little animation. Yeah, we're disrupting the ghosts and such. Rude, quite frankly. Yep. I prepared to fight ghosts, not you. Yeah, see, he's missing one Pokemon. I believe it is his Raticate. Unless they changed it in this game because they were worried about the rumors being too scary of him losing a Pokemon. Because, like, Lavender Town's scary because it's like, oh, Pokemon die. And then you, as a player, this sparks all the playground rumors of like, yeah, your Pokemon can die. You know what? Sometimes the rumors, the schoolhouse rumors were sometimes true, frankly. I had a copy of Pokemon Emerald, apparently as a glitch that was built in as a punishment if you cheated, because you could use different, I think my friend had one called a Game Shark that you could use to, like, mess with your game and, like, walk through walls and stuff. And I never used it, and it never connected to my game, but for some reason, I got the glitch that happens if you use those. And the first Pokemon in my party turned into a bad egg. Real story, real thing that happened to me. And I was like, what do I do? What do I do? And I didn't have the internet, so I talked to my friend who, like, was a little bit better at Pokemon than me. He was like, yeah, it'll hatch into a legendary Pokemon, so keep it in your party. It did not. It did not. It was a punishment. It was saying that, like, basically they killed your Pokemon. And it is an existing glitch. I did look it up later. Like, I was like, I don't know how this happened or why. But it is a built-in punishment for abusing the game system. Which sounds fucking fake. It sounds like I am making that up. But also, I was not very good at playing Pokemon at the time. I had gotten pretty far in Pokemon Emerald at that point. But only because I had only been leveling up my starter Pokemon, so everybody else in my party was really weak, and I couldn't go back and battle all the trainers again, because they didn't exist. I'd already beaten them. So I got stuck, like, not really being able to train, and I couldn't continue, and I had to restart. I got impatient with it. It takes so much longer to grind your Pokemon up to a decent level if you're just doing wild Pokemon. I don't remember what Pokemon he said. Yes, the only thing to do in a Kadabra is send out a faster, stronger Pokemon. Otherwise, I am dead. So good on me. You stinker, I took it easy on you too. Did you? Yeah, so he didn't have his Raticate anymore. How's your Pokedex coming? I just caught a Cubone. I can't find the bigger Marowak. Where could they be? Bet there aren't any left. Well, I better get going. I've got a lot to accomplish. Unlike you. Smell you later. Marowak is not what I need to complete my, Even we cannot identify the wayward ghosts. A self-scope might be able to unmask them. I don't have that. Do I have to be doing this? I need to get the self-scope first, I think. Which means perhaps I will wander around a bit before doing this tower. Oh my god, my voice is... I keep on like zoning out a little bit and relaxing my voice too much, and it's just dropping the more tired I get. Which is not good for your voice to do. You're supposed to put enough effort into it to keep your voice like lighter instead of sinking into that low place, otherwise it does like hurt your voice over time. So like the like tired feeling of like, oh, my voice is sore and I'm so tired, I'm gonna just like relax into it. That makes it worse. I've heard this. But if I keep my sounds at the front of my mouth, I can keep going. I just have to focus hard. Okay, hold on, let's look at the map. Power plant? Where the fuck was the power plant? Alright. Saffron City is not where we want to go. Diglett's Cave. 12. I think I'm trying to get to Fuchsia City, maybe? It looks like I already got to Vermilion. Yes, that's where the boat was. So my job is to just go down, I think. We can explore this direction a little bit, though. Over here. Maybe there's good Pokemon over here. I'd love to go to that power plant and get a Magnemite. I did not see any way to get to a power plant, though. Which means it's probably behind a brick break. Or not a brick break, Rock Smash. Which I don't think I have. And we've hit 2 hours. Okay. After this battle, I think I'm gonna save and I'm gonna head to sleep because I'm getting sleepy. Voice training is really hard. Yeah, I feel like my voice is very naturally low trending without sounding very deep. I don't know, it's hard to describe. I always get surprised when I hear recordings of myself, or like, not stream. Stream, I know how I sound. Whenever I hear myself on stream, it like clicks. I don't get that like, oh, I'm hearing my voice, I feel uncomfortable hearing my voice, how disjointed I feel. It's, but when people shoot video and I'm talking in it, I'm always like, wow, my voice is fucking low, comparatively. Why? I've never thought of myself as having a very low voice. Maybe it is just I sink into that tired feeling a little bit more, and so it's like deepening more than it needs to. I feel like my voice stays light if I'm putting effort into it. And maybe it is just that, like, slip. Alright, let's save here. We did good work. Yes, you can overwrite it. Thanks for coming to my... I think as soon as I got tired, I really started rambling, so it's definitely time for me to go to sleep. Yeah. I feel like my mood, my voice changes with my mood, it changes with, like, who I'm speaking to, it's I don't know. It's weird. I don't think about it when I'm streaming, and maybe it's something about wearing headphones while I'm streaming makes the sound filter differently. Either I'm speaking a little differently because I have headphones on, or I don't know, it's changing how I hear myself, so I'm speaking differently? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. Because again, like, other recordings of myself do give me that sort of disjointed, unconnected feeling, but not this. Not stream videos. I can straight up watch, like, entire VODs back and not be like, oh, that's embarrassing. I don't want to watch myself. It like, something about hiding behind a VTuber or PNG tuber model, it changes how I perceive the voice. Versus, like, being myself in real life. Maybe that's the differentiation. It's like, I'm not getting it from my voice like I think I am, but I'm getting it from, like, a disjointed feeling of connection to my physical body. Seeing myself from, like, a different perspective. I don't know. Whatever. I gotta go to sleep before I keep rambling. I don't think I'm gonna raid anybody tonight. If that's cool with everybody. So have a good one. And I should be, I'm playing one more day of Tomodachi on Thursday, hopefully. That's the plan. And then, that's it. That's it. I'll be back playing Pokemon hopefully Sunday. I don't think I have any plans that Sunday, so. I don't have D&D till, the 24th. That's the only thing that, like, eats into my, evening stream time, but if I remember, I can stream in the morning. But yeah. Okay, good night. I'm gonna think about Ankazone, Desdemona, and dream, and have good dreams, I think. Yep. Alright. Good night.